Hello, I'm IBXToyCat, and welcome back to episode 215 of my Minecraft Xbox Updated Adventures Let's Play. A Let's Play where we'll be playing through Minecraft on the Xbox for about 2 years now, building stuff, killing stuff, and destroying stuff sometimes, like in the case of this chunk over here. And in this episode in particular, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building a jungle temple. We've mostly built it and just kind of left it because I was confused for a while. We're going to finish it off today, make something that looks like a real jungle temple, because if you look over here in my fake jungle, it's different to a real jungle in that it's fake. I don't know if that's obvious or not from the name, but I'll assume it's not for now. But basically, this is my fake jungle temple in my... I'm not going to say fake jungle, but basically, yeah, as you can see, it's missing a few blocks. It might not be obvious as to where, but it is missing some. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to make something that looks like a real jungle temple, and that's what I want to do. So, yeah, that's this Let's Play. And you might notice my voice is a little off this Let's Play. I am not really ill. My voice is just ill, which probably means that I'm going to be ill at some point soon. But don't worry, you can't catch germs from me. Even if you could catch germs through the internet, which, pro tip for life, by the way, you can't. But even if you could, you couldn't catch germs from me. So, you know, you're free from all the germs, basically, is what I'm saying. And the first thing I want to talk about in today's wonderful, wonderful Let's Play episode is, I guess, you know, people ask for the life recaps and updates and stuff. So, in the past week, I am... Oh, it's technically, even though I go to college, which is meant to be more fancy and, proper than real places. I don't know why I said more proper, but, like, it's not school, but I'm still on, like, a half-term thing. I kind of act like a, like a kind of a child when it's like, yeah, Friday, school's out for the summer, even though it's for a week. I don't know, that's kind of cool. I went to Lincoln. So if anyone's from, like, the East Midlands, I guess it'd be, then I went to Lincoln, and that means I was somewhere nearer to you than I normally was, so that's cool. I don't know, like, there's loads of cities that are almost cities in the north, and it really confuses me. I'm talking of England, by the way, so if you're from the US, then, I'm just talking about London and, Berlin and Paris, all those famous British cities, if you're from the US. Yeah, you know the ones, See, and now we all understand again. But, so rather than confusing people even more, by the way, I think this is done now. I'm going to give it a look from outside. Rather than confusing people even more, I went out, and it was actually Valentine's Day, and I gave out some roses, so I'm a lovely young gentleman like that, because loads of people would, like, okay, this is something that I'm such an idiot for not realizing, but women genuinely get happy when you give them flowers. So, pro tip for life, it's not a big facade. They do apparently like it, so that's it. It's something that took me a while to really notice and know, but yeah, it's a thing apparently. So this does look like a jungle temple now from the back. It's slightly weird. I think maybe I missed a floor and that's what's up, but for now it works just fine. Also, by the way, I have a gold helmet on because I got it from a zombie. That's why it's so damaged. But yeah, so this is now my jungle temple. I think it looks as good as it can be. I must have messed up a dimension somewhere. But the inside is functional. You can go there. You can go downstairs into the cellar where there's going to be dispensers and stuff, but for now there's not. And then behind this wall there's supposedly secret chests, but we can't actually put up the chiseled stone blocks because there's only 3 of those in a world. It's insane. They're so rare, and if you have a jungle temple, so there isn't any of those for me. No jungle temples in this world because this is like TU5. By the way, I'm so sorry. Like apparently someone, like a couple of people mentioned this, that like every now and then I go into like big tirades about how Minecraft used to be back in the olden day. I don't mean to be an old man about Minecraft. I mean, the olden days were only like 2 years ago in this scenario, but still, I never mean to be an old man about Minecraft. That's never my goal, really. Like, no one sets out and tries to be like, well, today I'm kind of bored, so I think I'll be an old man. But today, actually, I'm gonna completely invalidate the point I just made, because I'm kind of gonna be, attempting to be an old man, because I have, basically, when I used to do the podcast, I used these conversation topics that were pretty good, like, conversation starters, good way to know people. And basically, I figured today I'm going to be using the top conversation topics of all time, as rated by Oscar anyway. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. I haven't checked these properly yet, so one of them's probably going to be bad. But I did see that one of them was like, what app should you have on your phone? And I mentally thought out a response, and I was like, I am such an old dude. So that's what made me continue with this, because being an old man is fun, right? I mean, there's got to be some reason why people grow old. I mean, it's clearly a choice and not something that just happens. So people have a reason for doing it. They've got to have a good reason. But anyway, yes, let's talk about what I'm going. I mean, let's talk about the most conversation topics. So the first one, the most popular one of all time, kind of proves how ridiculous the list is, because it's what tasty food would taste awful if you mixed it with rice. And it's a very good valid point, because so many things work with rice. Like, I even tried cheese and rice at one point. That was when I had like super no money and I was living by myself. I was just like, I've got a bag of cheese, I've got some rice. These two things have gotta, work at least on some level. And honestly, although you need a lot of cheese to make the rice taste good, it really, really, really works. So, cheese and rice, pro tip for life, does actually work. Cheese and, you might think like, okay, cheese and fruit. But then you think sushi, it's like cheese and, not cheese, oh damn it, I mean rice and fruit. But then there's sushi, which is like, cucumbers and all those other crazy things. So, my conclusion, the thing I'm going to draw from all of this, is that there isn't really any bad food besides, I don't know, like, chocolate probably tastes alright with rice. Okay, here's a good one, raw rice and rice. I think raw rice and rice is probably the worst combination that ruins both of them, so pro tip for life. Or maybe even raw pasta, because at least with raw rice, it's you get the points for like, it makes sense thematically, they're both rice, so at least we're achieving something here. But with raw pasta, it's just like, someone hates me. Who put raw pasta in my food? I'm not happy with them. At least that's how I look at this whole thing. So yeah, that's my answer to that question. Let's move on to the second most popular topic of all time ever. I'm making this too dramatic, but what are some must-have Google Chrome extensions? And this, this is one of those old man ones, because my answer to this one, by the way, I'm destroying a chunk right now, if you're wondering what I'm even doing. I'm destroying the chunk just for giggles, but basically, what Google Chrome extensions are must-have? Honestly, I don't really use any, because if a lot of Chrome extensions, like the ones that mess with your pages and stuff, like there's a few of them. Basically, a lot of them will actually increase the load times on stuff like videos, on stuff like sites, and even though it's usually only by something like 20%, 25%, like, I just like web pages loading so fast, I just don't have anything installed. That, and it's like, if I then use a computer that's not mine, not having those extensions bugs me. It's the same reason I have a 4-pound keyboard right now, because I have to use so many keyboards in my day, and I don't want to get used to a nice one, because then I'll hate the not nice ones. Like, that's the thing about a lot of nice stuff in life. If you're not using yours most of the time, like, let's say you're a driver for a company, and you don't get to drive your car, you have to drive a company car around everywhere. There's no point buying a nice car for personal use, because it will just make you hate the company car more. I mean, maybe you hate the company car already, and you want to, have something to distract you from that, but if that's not the case, then I pro tip for life, maybe, question mark. So we're going to have to empty out this cobblestone soon. And let's move on to my next question, which is, what is the best thing I can buy for under $25? So I'm assuming they mean online, and I'm going to hopefully give you something cool. So the first one I have to recommend is, even though they're not out yet, IBX Toy Cat t-shirts. I'm working with... I can't say any more about this, and I've said too much already. But I am working with a t-shirt making company on a pretty cool deal for t-shirts, because I wear a lot of t-shirts. If you haven't ever seen a live stream, I have a lot of custom t-shirts, both that I made and both that I just bought from their site. And basically, yeah, I wear a lot of t-shirts. I figured let's make my own, and that's what's going to be happening. So I've said too much. Don't tell anyone I said this. But yeah, you'll be able to see that at some point soon. So they're the things I have to say, the best things. But if we have to not be self-promoting, best thing for under $25. So you can buy beef jerky online. That's a solid deal. You can buy... Oh wow, this is a full chest now. You can probably also buy... There are $25 is a strange amount. I'm just going to say £25 because that's how much things are in the UK. £25. What's something that will infinitely improve your life? I guess a simple one. This is a nice one. Would be something like, I know, an extra controller if you have friends. If not, then I guess a really good video game. Oh, actually, no, wait. Take $25, go into a used game store. Like, something about, like, I know used games are horrible for the industry, but, like, you can get so many games for, like, 50 cents or whatever. So that means you can get 50 games for your $25. So that's the best value thing if you want to have the most fun with the money, technically speaking. By the way, to mention beef jerky, like, I guess this is an update on what I did this week too. So in addition to being a lovely guy and being in the north of England, what I have done this week includes... I don't know why there's no doubt, but me and a friend... Okay, so there's this site I bought jerky from, and I previously bought jerky from, because they just sent me an email out of the blue, like advertising jerky, and I was like, actually, I kind of would like some. And it's like the one time advertising has ever directly made me buy something, so that was, a moment for me. But like, basically... I decided to, actually, go and buy some, and then a friend of mine was like, why don't we split some jerky? And it's like a £50, so you get free shipping, so we just split a 50 quid jerky order. And I realised afterwards that they're the ones that win when you spend that much, we were like, yeah, we screwed them over getting free shipping, but they're the one, I realised afterwards, they're the ones who won by having that promotion, because now I just spent £50 on beef jerky. So, yeah, I now have a lot of beef jerky. By the way, if you haven't ever tried beef jerky, I know it's only sold in really weird places, like at beer, counters and stuff. But basically the thing about beef jerky is it's really tasty, and it's so hard to even describe, and it's not a food most people get into. But if you want to try something new, which I recommend everyone should, then beef jerky should be way up on that list somewhere. So boom, pro tip for life there, maybe just. And let's move on to the next question, because that beef jerky one wasn't really a question. That was me getting sidetracked because I bought jerky. Jerky's just so good. I mean, there's probably other types of jerky. I had this kangaroo jerky. Oh, I have some venison jerky, which I kind of feel weird about. But anyway, let's keep myself on track, and let's go back up to the surface, and let's bank this cobblestone somewhere, shall we? Because we've now filled up 2 full chests. This is how deep this is. It's kind of scary to see this staircase on the way up. Like, it looks so unstable and so very scary. But I guess that's just I sounded kind of thrown there. But I guess that's just what I'm dealing with here. Actually, let's go put some iron blocks on the beacon now. So yeah, this will probably be done by next. Actually, not done. This will be like 90% done by the next week. I reckon I'll hit bedrock around most of the layers soon, and that's gonna be a proud moment. And then I think next episode we can probably finish that. And maybe another idea I want to work on maybe afterwards is I want to have a bed house, because I have so many beds around the world. If you look at them like this. Wait, let's stand over here. But the bed is such a curiously shaped block, and it's like just so weird in every way. I think a bed house has to be the best thing, and it's just gonna be filled with beds from top to bottom, just beds. So that's an idea I definitely want to do, and yeah, I like it. So let's just quickly check my thing, and let's move over to the other thing, and let's move on to the next little most popular question of all time ever. I'm going to stop saying that because I've annoyed about 20,000 million people right now. But let's move on past the IBX Rocket. IBX Toy Cat. Wait, someone gave me a clever name for this. It was like the Rocket. Yeah, the Rocket. This is the Rocket monument. But let's move on to the next most asked or most popular question, and that is, what is something someone said that forever changed your way of thinking? And this is a hard one. I wish I could think about more. But I guess, damn it. I guess it'd probably have to be the phrase work smarter, not harder. Because there's always this thing in life where people are like, yeah, I spent 1,000 hours on that, or I spent 2,000 hours on that. And there are things I spent thousands of hours on. But, you realise even if you've spent that long on something, you're not necessarily the best at it. And, there comes a point where you realise there are much more efficient ways of working. And since time is the one thing you don't get more if you just have a certain amount of, then, oh, my controller's connected. I'm so professional, but I'm just the best. But yeah, so work smarter, not harder. It's something I kind of try to apply to every aspect of my life, because although it's just at first glance it's just lame, like work smarter, not harder. What a useful piece of advice. Why don't we all just do that? But like, once you really get past that, it really is just like you might as well use up less time to get the same thing done, and it's worth spending time thinking about how you're going to do something rather than jumping into it, because you can waste a lot of time not probably planning something. And because I work in, I guess what you'd have to call a creative industry, that kind of proves really true to me. Like, some people will spend 16 hours a day and only get out a video or two that aren't even I can't say things about videos, but because I'm obviously in the video thing. But yeah, it's something that happens to a lot of people. And wait, I need to dump off some more cobblestones and gold. But yeah, it happens to a lot of people, and just work smarter, not harder. There's probably another fancy way to say it, but it's something I try to apply to life. It's something that makes me feel really good when you do. You're like, yeah, I just worked out a way to not do this thing and still basically have it done. And I guess I don't really want you guys knowing it, because then there'll be more work for me to do. But work smarter, not harder. I'm going to keep saying it until it's dug in your head, and then I'll have done a good thing today. That's what I'm saying to myself anyway. So let's move on to the next question, that was actually probably number 5. I don't even know. Let's just do one more, which is what are some must-have apps on your phone? And this is the one that made me feel like an old man, because honestly, back when phone apps were the new thing, which might seem like a weird thing to say, but I bet there's got to be some people out there that have only had smartphones before, and the thing about it is like it seems so cool at first because you're like you can play loads of free games. You can if you like pizza, there's an app for pizza. If you like anything, there's an app for it. There's the whole joke, like, there's an app for everything. It's true, there is an app for pretty much everything right now, especially, on the Android and iOS stores in particular, and, oh, that's a shame. And basically, what I wanted to, kind of add on to that is, like, now they're kind of lame, and they're just something that takes up space on my phone. You have to organize them, like, I kind of want to show you my phone if I could. But it's just apps everywhere, and I just don't care enough to organize them at this point, because it's like, I'll just find the apps I need. I've got like if you've got an Android phone, I've got my hotbar down there filled with apps I use every day, and then after that, I just have to spend the whole day looking around, and it's just, downloading apps to me at this point is a chore. It's like, another app, please no. So, what are some must-have apps? I'm gonna say Twitter. Twitter only really works on the phone, like, It's a weird idea when you think about it, not on the phone, and it means you get great things like IBX Drink Cat, for instance. So you got oh wait, damn. I guess Twitter would be a must-have app. Other than that, I don't know. I don't think anything is must-have. Like, there are some good games on the phone. Not that I've been playing any recently. Oh, and like an emulator for an old console. I guess must-have app. There is none. The must-have app is deleting all your apps. Like, I wish there was a place that, I don't know, could just store them all, make everything feel clean and empty. That it seems like a really strange thing to say, and I guess, I don't know, as I get older, I kind of just stop caring about having cool things and just want less things, which is, it's very strange, I know. I know, it's just a thing I do, but, it's just something to consider right there. So, must-have app, none. So, I'm going to move off that subject now. I'm going to move on to this destroyed chunk thing, and I wanted to, oh wait, have I really leveled? Oh wait, I've got a staircase here. And I wanted to kind of move on to why I've been doing this the way I have. Because you might look at this, because I've been doing this all episode, and think, Toy Cat, I think you've got some problems in the way you're doing this. I think it's horribly inefficient the way you're doing this. But in reality, like I said, okay, so there's 16,000 blocks of cobblestone in this chunk. By the way, this is taking me up, like, if you look on the leaderboards, which I shouldn't be doing mid-episode, but I won't look anyway. So, if we go to mining blocks, I now have something like, what is that, like 9,611 blocks mined, because they've reset my stats about 2 months ago, and I've got like almost 10,000 mined, mostly because of this thing. So, I'm just throwing it out there that mining too many blocks is a concerning thing. Oh, by the way, on the Xbox One side of things, this is the 360, if you couldn't tell from the big Minecraft 360 thing, but basically, although this is the 360, on the Xbox One, there's actually a leaderboard for time played, and it's a really sad leaderboard because it made me realize just on the Xbox One version alone. So if we exclude the PC version and the Xbox 360 version, where I spend more of my time, just in the Xbox One, I spent something like 420 hours, and it's like, oh man, Minecraft it's a really good time sink, but I've spent way too much time playing Minecraft over the time I've been playing it, and I just wonder if there's like if I hadn't been playing Minecraft, would I have done something better? Or is Minecraft like a creative outlet that's, it's kind of a good thing because it refreshes my creativity? I'll never really know, will I? And I guess neither will you. And as you can see, this hole gets pretty deep down here. I guess we'll just quickly go down to bedrock at least wait, wait, did I not probably do this? No, I didn't do a proper staircase up. But I want to do a proper staircase up from bedrock now. Kind of just get rid of all the blocks in between, because I want to just be able to see the bedrock from, oh man, when you look up, it's just it's a big old rise. Also, you might have noticed there is now clouds. You can't see them right now. Hopefully you will be able to in a few seconds, but I've actually turned on clouds, or I guess a better way to put it is I didn't turn them off, because I recently went back to TU1 and it resets all your settings, and I decided that, clouds, although I hate them when you're at cloud level, I realized they make the game look quite a bit prettier when you're looking at the sky. Like, let me show you in a second what I actually mean. Because this might sound like crazy talk to people who hate clouds, which is, oh wait, I don't want to be doing this at all. Which is an entirely valid point, by the way. Like, clouds are very annoying in a lot of ways, but one thing that has to be said is that clouds do make the sky pretty. So, let's just show you the bedrock view, because it is quite, like amazing just how high up that is, and how many blocks I've cleared already. But also, I keep patting myself on the back. Not patting. I keep patting myself on the back here. But I'm proud of what I've done so far, because for how many hours I've just jumped into this. But to go back to something valid, and that I was saying, if you look up at clouds when there are some, I'll go all the way up for you. They do make the sky prettier, and I reckon there are two things in Minecraft that make sense to turn off, but I haven't anyway. And that is, first of all, bobbling views. So is it called bobbling view? It's called something like that. So when you're walking, let me show you when I'm not on a staircase. When I'm walking, you'll notice my screen bobs a little bit to simulate a head. If you turn that off, it looks like you're just a snake sliding around, and it's very strange. It's very concerning. And second of all, by the way, look at the clouds. They just make the sky beautiful, and unless you're up there, in which case it does suck, I recommend turn them on, because they add this level of, like, I don't know, nature to Minecraft that's really kind of astounding to look at. So I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope I learned or taught you something. Maybe you're going to uninstall all your apps now. Maybe you're going to eat some rice with rice, or maybe you're going to put your clouds on in Minecraft. Whichever one you do, if you do any. I apparently have a control turned off, so like it if you liked it, share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I am sorry my voice was slightly bad today. It will hopefully be fixed at some point soon. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.